Quiet on set. I'm Khahliso Tsubella and from Alberton, Joburg South. I went to Bracken High and then I went to Boston Media House.
I attended my primary in Crestview Primary and later on went to John Watinga High. My name is Boikarabelo Ledwaba from the south side, from Soweto.
My name is Koyabe. I'm from Johannesburg. I went to St. David's.
Obviously, you studied LO at school, right?
Yes, I did.
Tell me, how do you feel about life orientation? How do you feel about it then and how do you feel about it now?
I mean, it was that one subject at school where like you go and you're excited to go there because there's that 1 hour where you know you're doing the PET kind of outdoors part of it, and then you know like the theory is not like hectic like your business, your physics or anything like that. So it was always like a subject where I'm like, okay, we can breathe and relax.
It was alright, you know. I mean, sometimes it was nice to relax. I think my teacher made it great, but I was happy to be there.
I don't really know how to feel about it, but LO was just one of those subjects where I think it had to do a lot with who you are as a person, you know?
Alright, and if we could rank it from least favorite subject to the best subject in the world, from 1 to 5, what would you place it?
Maybe we can put it at like 3.5. Yeah.
I'd put it at like 6, you know? It's not bad, you know, it's just a subject.
2 out of 10, maybe.
Alright, okay. And so, what kind of assignments did you guys do in LO?
The only one I can remember really was the job shadowing we did sometime in grade 10. I quite like that. I mean, it definitely was what introduced me to law and what it can be and how it can help people. I love that. I definitely like that.
Problem-solving skills, you know, how to deal with situations and break down circumstances. And yeah, just as an individual, having an opinion on how you feel about things and how to break down things, you know.
There was many topics covered under LO, but I think my favorite must be maybe like more like the business side of things, where they tell us about like your acts and stuff in business and all of that jazz, because I'm just like very like business act. Give me anything business, I'm there.
Okay, so tell us about the democracy. What about democracy and human rights did you learn in LO?
Vaguely, I think a little bit. I mean, they introduced us to the concept of this is your right, you got a right to food, shelter, water, you know, the basics, but it's about it maybe.
I remember them teaching us now what is the Constitution and like what are human rights, like the definition and all of that jazz. But like details, if I'm being honest, I don't quite remember.
I don't remember anything about the Constitution, yeah.
Where and when did you learn about the Constitution?
The first time was sometime in high school. I took history, so through that.
It has to be in school. I loved history as well. So I'm not sure if it was in an LO class or in history class where I first learned about the Constitution.
Grade 8, grade 9, I'm not sure when. Yeah, but it's where we learned about Constitution, the Bill of Rights, such things, yeah.
And have you read anything from the Constitution itself? Have you read some content from it?
I think I have, but not like in depth, to be honest. I'm okay, we're sitting and we're reading and we're going through the... No.
You know, it liberated us as black people of South Africa, you know, and how we had a say on oppression and, you know, we could be ourselves, you know, on black consciousness, yeah.
It gives you rights to everything and promises that the government will give you those things, even though we know sometimes they don't, but the promises it makes were really big.
So what if we told you that we could make LO great again?
Hey, shout out to that, man. Shout out to LO, man, yeah.
Okay, I'd say go for it. Make LO great. I think it deserves that, because a lot of times people just look at LO as like the subject that's like, oh, you just go by it kind of thing. Make LO great, because LO is great.
It's time it should have more of an impact on people. It shouldn't really be something that we can hardly recall any details of at all. I'm hopeful of that, I think.
And that is exactly what we intend to do. The Element Season 2 with We the People SA is an innovative, comprehensive, caps-aligned life orientation constitutional literacy curriculum that is going to be focusing on all things constitution and life orientation. Well, in simple terms, you're probably asking, Amo, what does that even mean? It means you need to be here at Constitutional Hill on the 20th of March 2025 to understand why The Element Season 2 is exactly what you need in your life.
Evo jam yang kulume